What we've got now, we've got the bales laid down directly on top of the ground cover that was below that, some of which was grass, and they will smother that. And so we hope that by the end of the season that the ground cover will be dead, and will contribute some organic matter to the soil. The grass that's between the rows of bales, we will cover that with paper or corrugated cardboard, and cover the cardboard or paper with 2 to 3 inches of mulch, which will also exclude light and then render the ground cover underneath dead.
So really what you're doing is sawing through that straw, Cat.
Yeah.
To make a hole for the plant to sit down in.
Today we're planting cool season crops, and we will come back and plant more seeds of cool season crops in succession, so that we have a reasonably continual supply of fresh vegetables from these bales. Once the weather warms up, at the end of April, beginning of May, we will start to plant warm season crops. We can plant tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, squash, eggplants, the whole gambit of warm season crops that are adapted to this area can be grown in straw bales.
So there's a little bit of work involved here.
Just a little bit.
And as we said before, it's worse with these gallon pots, and I don't think you would normally plant gallon pots.
No, you'd normally plant something more like a 4-inch.
We're only planting these because we had them, because they were free.
It's our desire to grow these beds in an organic way. We're going to use organically approved fertilizers, and right now today we'll apply a little bit of blood meal and bone meal to those beds in which we are transplanting plants. The beds that we're putting seeds in, we won't put anything in today. Free of spinach? Yeah, let's do free of spinach.
See, I grew up in the middle of all that stuff. I was in Alabama in '61 and beyond.
Over the season we will need to supply these plants growing in these beds with the fertilizer elements nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium, and we will do that through materials that are either slowly available, as in the case of blood meal, slowly available nitrogen, or bone meal, slowly available phosphorus. Potassium, it's kind of hard to find that in slowly available materials. We could mulch these with a compost, or we could mulch the beds once the plants come up with a well composted manure product. We can also add soluble fertilizers. We can add such as fish meal or other organically approved products.
So that's the kind of beet. It's a yellow cylindrical.
It's a Adonis. That's pretty good.
Now, irrigation on these beds is also very, very critical, because the straw needs to be kept moist in order for decomposition to take place, which will of course yield nutrients to the plants.
Different water fountains. In fact, I remember asking my father, there was a sign in this restaurant in the front.
So that's our goal.
That said,
We will use soaker hoses on these beds. We will run a soaker hose up and down the bed, on top of the bed, we will set to irrigate during the cooler parts of the year, maybe once a day, and then when it gets warmer, maybe twice a day. And we'll use a simple battery operated timer to do that, to make the watering simple. And applying water every day, a little bit every day, is critical to maintaining fast growth of the plants that you're growing.